Good morning and welcome to Barb's Craft Room. I have changed my craft room around and I'm hoping it will inspire me a little bit. But I'm coming back to you with where do I collect, what do I collect to make a junk journal, and how do I use it. So today I have bags, and I'm not sure if we went over bags or not, but I wanted to show you at least one thing to do with bags. I'm going to need a junk journal to put it in. So I've started this junk journal and we're going to work in it because it's here and available. I have the pages separate. Haven't sewed them in yet because I'm not sure if I want to keep this like this or if I want to add fabric. And I think I want to add fabric to it with a little fringy hanging at the edge. Anyway, enough about that. Let's take one of these pages that I'm going to put in it. And I've made these papers. They were so much fun to make. Anyway, I'm just going to open the book anywhere. And we're going to use, it's the same place anyway. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this one page and I'll just put it in the book wherever. I don't know if you go out if you go out to eat or not. But when I go out to eat, sometimes my utensils are in these cute little bags. If you can find them. I've also found them, I don't know where I put it now, but in a restaurant, and they were printed on, and I thought that was pretty cool. But what I'm going to do with these, first of all, I'm going to measure, and they are 2 3/4 by 10 1/2. So if we fold them over, then they have the same. This one is not quite the same, let's say, as this one. Same. Okay, there's a couple things you can do with that. I'm going to cut these off so they match. And this is actually cut with a pinking shear style. I have pinking shears, so we'll just cut it with pinking shears. So it looks the same or similar. And then want to cut just enough, so close enough, right? Close enough for my cigars. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take these and cut them in half, where I folded them, of course. And then I'll have 4 pieces. And since I'm just going to put them on the inside of this page. So we will start with inking. Inking these, whatever you want to call them at the moment. They are just pieces of paper that were cut. They're going to be cute. So if I put them like this, oh, let me just ink. I'm losing my focus here. Don't want to lose my focus. Do I? No, I don't. So my focus is, I only have 4. Kind of makes me wish that I would have cut that other. It doesn't quite look exactly the same, but all right. They're kind of off. Now you can choose to use 3 or you can use 4. I'm thinking that these are just a bit long for me. This cute little edge that I inked, I'm cutting off. I'm cutting it off. Now they have, these are round though, and these are square. Back to, this is how you play. It doesn't always have to be planned out, you know. I think I'm liking that much better. I cut off a little bit more on this one too. Only because I needed it symmetrical. If you like things symmetrical, then that's the way to go. This has an extra piece on the back. Now you can choose to use them as a pocket in either direction. It can be a pocket like this, and you can cut this side with a circle punch and put your pockets like that. Or you can cut a circle here and put your pockets like that. Or you can even put them together like this. That would be a little tight. Or you could use just one. You could fold it up and create a double pocket. I mean, you can do your thing. That's what I'm saying. Do your thing. I like this. So what I think I'm going to do with this, and my brain just goes 100 miles an hour when I'm playing. So I'm thinking, well, you know, I could score here and I could make it a flap. And then I have some writing paper underneath, or you can write, or you can put, what do I want to do? I'm thinking, I like that idea. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, why not? So I'm going to score it at, I think a quarter of an, no, I think a half an inch. A half an inch on each one of these on the straight edge. $100 miles an hour. I'm telling you, I can jump boats midstream. I don't know about you, but come up with an idea. Oh, let's do it this way. Oh no. And it's, oh no, I don't like it that way. Let's do it this way instead. Which is usually the case. That's trying to think outside the box. And I'm going to fold them and score them. I mean, score the fold. Fold the score. Fold the score. That's what I meant. Fold the score. Ink the score. There's a lot of things you can do with a paper bag. Oh, see, and that looks so much better anyway. On the page, it kind of fits better. Fits the plan much better. I'm going to glue inside here first so it stays shut. Makes it more complete, I believe. There we go. Put some inky on here. I mean glue. Glue, it's not ink, it's glue. Eyeball it. Eyeball the position. Eyeball this position. You know, sometimes my eyeballs don't see correctly, but that's okay. It gets close. Eyeball this position. And then okay, there we have it. You have a pocket on each one of these, and I do have, let me see what I have over here that we can make. I have some pretty paper. Will this work? I might not be able to make 4. I probably could make 4 if I went this way, but then the papers will be not right. What about this one? That's pretty, huh? I still wouldn't be able to make 4. This has to be this way. I could make 4 covers out of that. Not exact. Yeah, you know, I'm going to try that. I'm going to put something down that edge. So let's just mark this. And since we know they're the same size, we'll cut 4 of these. And that is about 2 and the one mark past 2.5, whatever that is. 1 mark past 2.5. And hopefully I did it right. We shall see. Okay. Pretty, pretty. That looks about right. I like it. I'm going to put it up pretty close. When you have papers that you want to use, but they don't quite meet the measurement, there is always a way that you can extend the paper without extending the paper. And the way is by adding to it. So since this is a junk journal, we're going to add to it. Now I have some pretty lace. I have some pretty ribbon. I have some ribbon. I have lace. I have all kinds of stuff. This looks pretty. Okay, how about that? Extended, just like that. And I have enough here to do them. Therefore, it is time to glue the paper down. Has this cute little bird on it. And I'm using up my scrap paper. Never thought I would end up using some of my scrap paper. I'm trying to use up all of my scrap paper, and we both know that that is a futile attempt, because when you make anything, you make more scrap paper. With whatever you make comes more scrap paper. But try using it, at least your pile won't be so high. It looks pretty with the background paper in there. And this, I heard that, or I saw that you can take a match and singe the end. And I have matches, but do I attempt it, or will it all catch on fire? I don't know. Where's the matches? I don't smoke, so I don't always know where I would throw the matches. I do have a candle. I don't know where the matches are. That's not good if you want to make stuff, you know. You need it. Oh well. I have no idea where there's any matches at the moment. So, instead of singeing it, we'll just glue it. I'll glue and cut and glue. And this is Fabri-Tac. Sometimes my Fabri-Tac gets closed up on the end. There we go. It's peculiar. It's like hot glue, but it's cold. There we go. And my fabric scissor. And which way does this go? We will put it like that. It's probably the wrong way. I have no idea. I just know. It doesn't matter what you do, it's probably wrong anyway. I went this way. It looks pretty. That's all that really matters, right? Is that it looks pretty. Glue down. I see the I have gluey fingers, so everything's sticking to my fingers that I touch. Yeah, it was probably supposed to go that way. Well, it's going to go that way on this side. With some extra left over. And I still think it needs to be singed, but going to attempt to just glue it and hope that it won't fringe out. Am I making any sense at all? With the glue, then it's glued down and not bulgy. Okay, that looks very pretty, right? Right. So the next thing you'll want to do is maybe make some cards that go inside of it. And what do we have to go inside? Let's see, something pretty. Would that go inside? Would that go inside? No, and no, and no. And what do we have? Got all kinds of, I have this card. It's plain. Oh, I was going to put these in there, right? Except for, let's try this. What did I say that? 2, just past 2.5. Just past the 2.5, one line past the 2.5. That was that. So let's see. If I put that, this card, okay, it will have to be 2.5. 2.5. And it fits. So we are going to go with 2.5. This is a note card that I have over here. I have a stack of them. And I just cut it in half. I'm going to go 2.5. And 2.5. I don't know if you see me cutting or not, but I have note cards. Okay, 2.5. That one seemed a little short, didn't it? These are, oh, they are all that short. That's okay. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that. With this, because this goes with this, it needs to be at least that much longer. So that much longer is 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut these at 2.5. Am I? 2.5. I could put it on here, but this is what I was thinking. It needs to be 3/4 of an inch longer. So we'll go 3/4 of an inch. And we'll test that out. If that's gone in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. You have a 3/4 of an inch hanging out, and then you'll pull it out and it'll have an edge. But I'm going to score it again at 3/4 of an inch. So I know I'm not making any sense, but it's okay. And then I should have just cut it there. So 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5, right? Half of it is going to be glued onto this card, like so. And to make it very interesting, I could round the edges. There we go. And there you have it. So really, I didn't need to score it in the middle like that. Let me see. It needs to be, what I say, 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Mark it at 3/4 of an inch instead of scoring it at 3/4 of an inch. Just mark it. I'm going to mark it on both sides so I make it straight. Round the corners. Glue. Oh, and I probably did it wrong, but that's okay. Because this one was on top. This one's underneath. But I wasn't thinking. That's pretty. That is really pretty. So again, we'll do it one little thing past 2.5. And turn it this way, 1.5 inches. What is it? Let me see. Don't want to get that wrong. I don't want to get it wrong. Yep, it was 1.5 inches. And 2 times, because I have 2 sides. Round the edges. I should probably write this down. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. I gotta do it this way. I have it right. Or at least the same. That's the only one that's scored. The rest of them are not. So this one. Goes there. Well, that one's short. So I must have cut them too short. God blast it. 2.5, a little bit longer than 2.5. At first you don't succeed, try again. Let me see if I got it right this time. Now it's too long. I'd rather have it too long than too short. Yes. And this one's too short. Just got to do it the right way, I'm saying. And you notice I didn't measure this time because I'm going to do it like this. Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. Okay. That's that. That. And there's another way to do it. 3/4 of an inch. Eyeballed. There we go. What do you think? Very pretty. Now all you have to do is put something on the inside. Writing paper would be really cool. Writing paper. Actually, nothing has to be on the inside. You can write on there like that. And that is my first page. Now, you can choose to make that the center of your book. So you can see all four. It can be the center of your book. But it could also be the same on that side as it is on this side. And that's really up to you to decide how you want to do your book. Do you want identical pages front and back? Or do you want a center? Anyway, that's part of using a paper bag or a utensil bag. And I thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another episode.